Bordered by three oceans and with the Great Lakes at its heart, Canada possesses an extraordinary maritime heritage. Let's take a closer look at an outstanding example of our marine treasures. The Great Lakes Saint-Laurent River system is absolutely gigantic. This system drains 1/4 of the entire planet's freshwater reserves. The freshwater of the Great Lakes travels along the St. Lawrence until it meets with salt water entering from the Atlantic Ocean. The mixing of fresh and salt waters occurs in the St. Lawrence estuary, one of the largest in the world. What happens here is both mysterious and altogether surprising, but most of it is hidden. To see what is happening, we need to take away the water. To better understand these phenomena, we are going to accentuate the depths of the sea floor. Carved into the riverbed is the Laurentian Channel, a submarine valley more than 300 meters deep. The Eiffel Tower would be submerged if placed in this deep canyon, which runs for more than 1,000 kilometers until it reaches the Atlantic Ocean. The Atlantic pumps tons of water into the Laurentian Channel. This dense, salty water fills the bottom. A second mass of extremely cold water runs over the bottom layer, formed in the Atlantic the previous winter. This is the glacial layer. Fresh water from precipitation and rivers rushes toward the estuary every spring. Flowing above the salt water, this is the surface layer. Twice every day, tons of water rise and fall in a never-ending motion. These undulating waves are the tide. They give the system its rhythm and energy. Between Les Escoumins and Tadoussac, the depth of the Laurentian Channel rapidly decreases from 340 meters to 25 meters. The tidal wave hits the channel bottom, pushing the glacial layer toward the surface. Like a beating heart, the tide pumps the glacial seawater. Some of it reaches the head of the Laurentian Channel, where it mixes with fresh surface water. The effect of these upwelled waters is felt in the Saguenay, the estuary, and all the way to the Gulf of St. Lawrence. Upwelling areas where cold water rises to the surface are among the most fertile in the oceans. Cold, deep waters carry nutrients that promote the development of phytoplankton. These microscopic algae, which are the base of the marine food chain, are eaten by zooplankton. The glacial layer swarms with zooplankton, such as copepods and krill. At night, they rise to the surface to feed on phytoplankton. This living cloud, which can stretch over 40 kilometers and be more than 100 meters deep, constitutes a gigantic food supply for larger animals. Capelin eats zooplankton and, like other fishes, are eaten by birds, seals, and whales. The abundance of food in the estuary is an important attraction for richly diversified marine wildlife. All along the St. Lawrence, an attentive observer can discover other equally fascinating phenomena. However, major changes are underway. In the long term, they will affect the movement of water masses and the biological diversity of the St. Lawrence. As the marine environment reveals its secrets, we understand its fragility better. It is now widely recognized that marine protected areas are a precious tool for preserving marine ecosystems and increasing public awareness of their value. In Canada, several communities are at work to create a network of marine protected areas worthy of these treasures. The Saguenay St. Lawrence Marine Park is one of the first marine protected areas in Canada. Other protected areas contribute to safeguard the richness of the St. Lawrence, such as the Île de l'Estuaire National Wildlife Area, the Parc National du Saguenay, and the Parc National de Bic, as well as the future St. Lawrence Estuary and Manicouagan Marine Protected Areas. The key to success of marine protected areas is in our hands. It is essential for each and every one of us to lend our support.